Tonight, you will probably go to bed, close your eyes, and expect to sleep until morning. One long, unbroken stretch of unconsciousness, 8 hours, maybe 7 if life is cruel. And if you wake up in the middle of the night, you will lie there, frustrated, staring at the ceiling, convinced something is wrong with you. But what if nothing is wrong with you? What if the thing you are fighting every single night is not a malfunction, but a memory? What if your body is not broken, but ancient, and it is trying to tell you something medicine forgot? The real answer is far stranger than you think. For most of recorded history, humans did not sleep the way you sleep. Not even close. The idea of one continuous block of sleep, what scientists now call monophasic sleep, is not natural. It is not biological. It is not even old. It is an invention. And like most inventions, it was designed for someone else's convenience, not yours. Here is what actually happened. In 2001, a historian named Roger Ekirch published a paper that quietly shook the sleep science world. He had spent 16 years combing through diaries, court records, medical texts, and literature from pre-industrial Europe. And in thousands of documents spanning 5 centuries, he found the same pattern repeated so consistently it could not be ignored. People did not sleep in one block, they slept in 2. They called it first sleep and second sleep. You would go to bed when it got dark, usually around 9 or 10. You would sleep for 3 or 4 hours. Then sometime around midnight or 1 in the morning, you would wake up naturally. Not because a baby was crying, not because of noise. Just wake up, the way your body decided it was time. And in that hour or 2 between sleeps, you would do things. Pray, think, talk to your partner, have sex, get up and visit a neighbor, smoke a pipe, read if you had a candle, write in a journal. Some medical guides from the 16th century actually recommended this waking hour as the best time to conceive a child, because the body was rested but the mind was loose and open. Then you would sleep again. Second sleep, until dawn. This was not insomnia. This was just sleep. Normal, human, biological sleep. So what happened to it? The short answer is artificial light. But the longer answer reaches much further back. Back past electricity, back past candles, back to the question of what your nervous system was actually built for. In 2015, a researcher named Jerome Siegel at UCLA did something unusual. He traveled to 3 pre-industrial communities, tribes in Tanzania, Namibia, and Bolivia. Societies with no electricity, no alarm clocks, no screens. He had them wear activity monitors for weeks. He wanted to see how humans sleep when civilization stops interfering. What he found surprised almost everyone. These groups did not sleep in 2 distinct blocks the way Ekirch described in historical Europe. They slept in one stretch, but it was not the 8-hour block modern medicine prescribes. It was shorter, around 6 to 7 hours on average. And they did not go to sleep at sunset. They waited, often staying awake for several hours after dark, letting the temperature drop, then falling asleep as the air cooled and waking before sunrise without any alarm. The body, it turns out, is exquisitely tuned to temperature. Not light, temperature. Your core body temperature needs to fall by about 1 to 2 degrees Fahrenheit for you to fall asleep. This is why you sleep better in a cool room. It is why a warm bath before bed actually helps. It pulls blood to the surface, which drops your core temperature faster when you step out. Your body has been doing this calculation for hundreds of thousands of years. It was designed for a world where night meant cold and cold meant sleep. But here is the part that makes this personal. You live in a world where the temperature barely changes. Your thermostat holds steady. Your lights stay on. Your phone glows. And your brain, which is 300,000 years old, running inside a 21st century body, does not know what to do with that. A researcher named Czeisler at Harvard has spent decades studying what artificial light does to the human circadian system. His findings are not subtle. Even dim light, the kind you barely notice, suppresses melatonin. Melatonin is the chemical signal your brain uses to know that darkness has arrived and sleep should begin. Blue light, the specific wavelength that pours out of every screen you own, is the most effective melatonin suppressor that exists. It is, in biological terms, indistinguishable from the sun. So when you lie in bed scrolling at 11 o'clock at night, your brain is not getting ready for sleep. It is getting ready for noon. And when you finally do fall asleep, your body has to compress everything it needs to do. The memory consolidation, the cellular repair, the emotio,